Congrats, Eli. Overall win, but man, up and down night.
Yeah, Moto 1 was not good. You know, when you see the 94 go first, and then I'm like struggling in fifth. You know, really the last few laps I was just like hanging on. Like I even had Hill getting close to me again there. So really, I thought, you have the chance, right, of getting back in Moto 2 and 3, but I'm like, I wasn't very confident about the overall, and I was pretty frustrated. But it turned out, just fine. It ended up flip-flopping, for Moto 2 there. I rode a lot better in Moto 2. Obviously, the start was better, and then Moto 3 was just a good battle, between us three there. You just had to take it. That's all it was tonight. You had to take it. So a little bit of a technical track, and you saw guys get eaten up all day. So glad to get out of here healthy too.
I was curious if there was any bike changes, or was it just a difference in start and between the first and second main?
There was a little bit, but just little stuff, little comfort stuff. But overall, my body, I don't think I was warmed up enough, kind of feeling for Moto 1. And actually, it probably wasn't even that. It was just being in the chaos. Like I was buried, and was just kind of stuck.
Talk about those whoops. I was watching you through there in the last main, chasing, I think it was Jason, and it almost looked like a mountain bike ride.
It kind of was.
You're pinging off stuff, and it was like sort of a fast trail ride.
Just hopping through the rut there. You tried to get like a triple or a quad here or there, and it was you had to just be really balanced. You had to be up on your pegs and balance. So those were really tough all day too. That whoop section was hard on everyone.
That third main battle was that was insane.
Yeah,
you had the power was and speed was definitely there.
Yeah, I was giving it my all. I mean, the way it was shuffled at first, I was sitting, in second and third place, and I was like, man, I'm not taking that. So I was just charging. I was giving it my all there. So that was that.
Yeah, when you're battling for an overall win.
Yeah. Jason was in the position to win the overall. I'm like, gosh, dang it, I got to get those guys. So I was just pinning it.
Way to go, Chase. Nice overall out there. Talk about the night.
Overall, it was good. Practice was okay. I really haven't been setting the world on fire in practice this year so far. So second qualifying, but I think Shane was like 0.9 faster. So I was kind of not stressing, but I knew I had to ride better in the main show. So first race, got off to a pretty good start and just made my way past everybody and got in the lead. And then that corner after the finish line, I called it from practice. I'm like, this thing's going to be gnarly. Because for me, you got to go outside. I guarded the inside, but you also have to go outside to kind of be able to make the next section. And yeah, I heard him coming in. I'm like, oh, here we go. And I just went on the ground. So, but after that, I really feel like that was kind of a statement ride. Coming back and passing Shane and all those guys and almost getting to the back of RJ. So that was good. And then second race, I'm like, I got to go out here and just dominate this race. And I feel like that's what I did. And it kind of set the tone for the rest of the night, I feel like. So third main, just got a good start. And really, I had to get a good start tonight because it was chaos those first couple laps. So really happy with that. So I'm looking forward to Atlanta.
Yeah, it was funny. I saw you pull up next to RJ after the finish, and you kind of let him know that you weren't very happy with that.
Yeah, he did say he did owe me. I accidentally took him out at Millville last year, but I feel like I passed him clean, and then him doing that. It's racing. I knew it was coming, but yeah, it was obviously unfortunate for me, but I'm happy I got back to second and made it happen from there on.
So who was the hero with Honda that stopped you from switching bikes?
Actually, the AMA guy said it. So they saved me from getting disqualified. But, yeah, I wanted to switch bikes, and then, they said I couldn't. I didn't know the rules, so apparently my team didn't know either. So good thing we got that thing not switched.
I bet we're going to do some rule studying this week.
Yeah, apparently.
Before the next one.
I just don't understand what's the big deal if I switch out for the side lap. It's not that big of a deal. What if I go out there and cartwheel myself on a side lap and need another bike? But I don't know. Good thing we didn't change it for the race.
What was the difference between the two?
It was more of a feel thing. I wasn't really feeling the clutch feel I wanted on the bike I was racing. And I felt the other one before I went down there, and I was really happy with how it felt. And then, I knew that I did my practice start, and I didn't like it. So I'm like, get the other bike, and ended up not being able to do it. So,
well, nice job out there.
Thanks.
All right, Ryan, how about the lowdown on your night?
It was actually pretty well. First main event wasn't too good, but came around in the second main. Had a kind of little collision there at the end for like 17, 18 spot, and then my third main event finished 11th, so that was good. Got the best finish in my career, or tied with my career last year, 14th overall. So feeling good on my night.
Those whoops were nasty. I mean, there's kind of no way around it, and they were really long. How'd you? What was your method for trying to get through there?
Honestly, at the first main, I knew it was just commitment to just get in there and accelerate through it so you can just try to blitz him. And then you'd see Martin Davalos just completely haul butt through there, and figured maybe just click some gears, go forward or something like that. And then it's deteriorated so bad that it was just people were in and out. So it was then a jumping method. So that's kind of what we had to figure out and do that. So towards the last main, no prep or anything, but it was more like there was one solid line that we were all taking, and that was more beneficial. So we ended up just jumping through it, getting a little line. It was almost like a little straightaway with a couple bumps here and there. So we kind of just finished on that.
Yeah, and there's nights when I feel like I'm happy I'm on the other side of the lens instead of being out there.
Yeah, I was actually getting kind of scared for the Alpine Star medical crew, because if they had their backs to the whoops, they were getting plowed. So shout out to all those guys going.
Hey, what do you think of that wall kind of sweeper section right before the finish line?
I did care for that. Mainly there was only one option if there was a guy in front of you. So if he did jump it, you weren't forced to jump it. But if the guy behind you, if the guy in front of you did roll it, then you couldn't jump that. So there was a little leverage. Time practice qualifying, you see Justin Hill, he was rolling and then jumping off, way better of a line. I think it was like 0.6 tenths of a second, so that was good. And it was a good whip picture for all you guys. All
right, John, I have a technical question about the rules. Is this sort of like baseball or football, where if it ends up in the stands or off the track, you get to keep the bike? Because I was walking by the triple and you almost got me.
Yeah, you could have just rode off with my motorcycle. It's yours at that point.
Okay. Well, tell me about your night out there.
Practice was good. I'm getting better at the qualifying thing, and I feel like I rode really well. I had a good main event number 2. I think I was 9th. So I see some progression. I was riding well in Moto 3. Just need to eliminate those big mistakes. So I think I was 11th overall in the night. I could be wrong. Don't quote me on that. Okay. But that was good. It was awesome to race here in Dallas in front of all my friends and family. I mean, I couldn't even sit down all day long because there was just people I knew walking by wanting autographs and just wanting to talk. So that's a good feeling.
That's cool. And, I don't know that have you always been a Texas guy or not?
Yeah, I've lived down Pilot Point, an hour away since I was 10 years old. So born and raised Texas.
Awesome. What's it like racing in front of the crowd like that? Does that make any difference?
It definitely motivates you to give that extra percent, because, every single person, everybody, every sponsor, they're all here watching and just wanting you to go do your best. So
yeah, you don't want to hear it from them afterwards.
No, I don't want to get back next week and call my buddy up like, hey man, that'd have been good, but you got tired, or whatever. So
what was your best battle of the night out there?
Man, I think me and Jordan Bailey had basically every main event. For some reason, I was right behind him and had to pass him, and we went back and forth a few times, basically every main event. So we found each other on the track, all 3 mains.
Okay, I'm bringing my big catcher's mitt next week.
Yeah, bring it, and you might get a CRF 250R.
On second thought, let's not do that.
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
Hey, I appreciate it.